Alright guys, so this video is on how to cool your lasers, the proper water flow. Not proper water flow, but how I hook it up and how I suggest, not proper, because I haven't been to school to this. I went to the School of Hard Knocks and was self-taught over the course of the last 7 years on how to do this, and we've built this into this magnificent enterprise, and we've been running it full time for, I don't know, 5-6 years now. Excuse me. I might leave that in the video because it's cool. But anyways, I'm going to show you what you get when you buy your first laser, most likely, and why that's good and why that's bad. I'll show you the good and bad. So here is the system. All right, so this is actually my router. I need to put a cooler on it. It doesn't need the same thing, but this is what your laser is going to come with. You're going to get a box or a tub, and they're going to say, hey guys, fill this with water. And you'll fill it with water, and you'll put this little aquarium pump. Yes, that's just a pump for an aquarium that plugs into the back of your router, or not router, I'm sorry, laser. And then this will go up to your tube and then exit your tube, and it'll cool it. That's what your laser is going to come with, most likely, unless you bought an Epilogue or a Rabbit laser or some name brand. That's okay. Those are okay. I mean, they're not okay. Don't use them. You could probably run your machine for a half hour, maybe an hour on that, and then you're gonna have to, that water is hot and it's lost its cooling abilities. And the water needs to either be changed, but you can't use normal water because normal water conducts electricity. You can't, you don't need, so you just don't go to your tap and fill up that bucket of water. Don't do that, because you're gonna have iron or calcium or something in that. It's gonna, one, it'll conduct electricity. So if you have an issue with your laser tube, it'll then energize the water. Two, if you use tap water or whatever it is you wanna use, there's iron and calcium on it, and that'll get built up when it superheats inside of your CO2 laser tube, and you'll get rust in calcium buildups inside your tube, and you'll lose some life off of your tube. So don't do that. So I will actually, I don't know if there's a link for this on Etsy, but it's, I'm sorry, on Amazon, but all you need is distilled water. So 99 cents or 69 cents a gallon. I don't know what the price is right now, but it's less than $1 most likely per gallon from Kroger or Walmart or any of these major retailers. Any of your grocery stores should have distilled water, not reverse osmosis, not spring, not purified, distilled water, because it does not conduct electricity and there is no impurities in it. There's no impurities in it, so it won't build up or anything in your laser tube, and it'll prolong the life. So I suggest distilled water in all my cooling systems. Don't use the bucket with the pump unless you're just doing it like, hey, I'm just going to do this today, and then tomorrow maybe one project a day. That's fine. There's two other options I want to show you. This is a CW3000 water cooler, and what this is I'm sorry guys, it's also one I don't use. I'm actually going to hook this to my router. Anyway, so this comes off the top. You fill this guy up with your distilled water. This probably holds a half gallon to a gallon. I'm not sure on this machine. And you hook your surgical hoses here. So most likely your hoses that you got with your machine will fit this. So you have water in and water out. It goes into this. It puts the water through a radiator and blows a fan through it. So it cools the same way your car would cool. This is okay. On the face of the CW3000, the reason why it's $200 to $300 cheaper than the next one I'm going to show you is because it doesn't cool the water. Well, it does, but it'll only cool it to the ambient temperature in the room. It's whatever you got that set at. So if you're working in a garage with no AC and the heat, it's going to get hot as well. But you can run it, let it cool down, it'll cool back down, and then let it run and then cool back down, opposed to just letting a job run all day and not have to worry about it aside from cleaning it. It's better than the first option, which is for a hobbyist, if you're gonna run your maybe half hour a day, that's probably okay. The CW3000 is probably okay if you're gonna run, you know, every other hour, every other hour and a half, or if you're in an air-conditioned, nice air-conditioned building, it might be okay. But the next option, I don't have any of these available to pull out and show you because I'm using them, because that's what I recommend. And I will put a link to these in the description. They're probably, I don't know, well, I bought them years ago. They were like $500-600 a piece. I bought a handful of them. And it's the CW5000. I have got 4 or 5 different brands. I actually have a video, here I'll post a link right here, on which ones I think are the best. I got 3 different brands. I've never had a real problem with any of them. So off-brand seems to be okay. And I literally run these all day long. So I run them hard. And that's the CW5000. Let me show you a glance at this one. Super dirty. And it's on, it's running. I'm actually engraving something right now. It shows you the temperature in Celsius. There might be a way to change it to Fahrenheit. I just don't care. Again, you put your water in the top. It holds roughly a gallon of distilled water. And in here, it has the radiator. This one has quick access. Real quick, I can't even open it. It has the radiator, it has a filter, and then it has a radiator, and it has a refrigeration pump. It has a refrigeration pump. So it's physically turning on an air refrigerator inside of it and cooling the water like it would for your little 5-gallon water pumpy things. And it's cooling the water down. So you can run your laser tube 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day. Doesn't matter, as long as that thing's working. Your air conditioner, oh my goodness, your laser is cooling. And it's great. Now make sure you have some fail-safes in place. Most of your lasers are gonna have water sensors, tubes inside of them. Your coolers should have water sensors inside of them. So if they don't sense water flowing through, they'll probably beep. So beep, like, and get really annoying. You say, hey, I'm not pumping water. And then your laser should either not fire its beam, it should give you an error code, or it'll beep, or if you've got a cheap one, it's gonna do nothing. It'll just keep going and burn up your laser tube. So make sure that there's some sort of water sensor in your machines. There should be. All 3, actually, let's see, all 3 of mine came with water sensors. So you're gonna wanna make sure that they're in there. Otherwise you're gonna burn up your tube. Water sensors, let's see, so we got the pipes. So you got the water inlet, water outlet on the back side of your machines, water inlet, water outlet on the back sides of your coolers. That's it. So that's really it for cooling and my 2 cents on it. I appreciate the guys from Amanda High School coming over here to ask me how the heck to hook this stuff up, and I got a brief second to show them how to do that. Again, I'm Jay. That's my to-do list. Thanks for stopping. Now I'm gonna go ahead and work on my thumbnail on this video. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be like, here's what I'll do. I'll put water in my hand. Distilled water in the palm of my hand. And that's how you do it. I'm Jay. Thanks for stopping.